All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on cryptocurrency every day. My name's Austin. Today we have huge news involving Bitcoin in Tanzania, involving Aave and Synthetix, involving Kim Kardashian promoting a poop coin, as well as the United States Space Force getting into cryptocurrency in a big way. So, like always, check the timestamps down below in the video description, and let's jump in, starting with Bitcoin. In my view, it looks like the bottom is in. This, of course, coming from Jurian Timmer. You may have heard of him. He is the director of global macro at Fidelity, tracking markets and helping people break through the clutter. So Fidelity says to buy. Let's check this out. This is his Bitcoin technicals, and as we can see right here, from August of 2020 to today, this bottom is the Bitcoin price, and up top, he is comparing the Bitcoin price to GS Retail Faves, which I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it stands for Goldman Sachs Retail Favorites. Basically a basket of investable assets that Goldman Sachs likes that are showing very similar price movement and bottoming action as we're seeing in Bitcoin now. Zooming in, he points to the failed fifth double bottom and then the recovery afterwards as a reason that we're about to test our next leg up. So, point is, for you, Fidelity is telling you it's okay to buy. Do we buy it? He's heavily respected. Do we buy it? Give me your thoughts on the Bitcoin price down below. Zooming in, getting a little more specific, let's check back in on this 200-day moving average that we've been referencing basically since that 50% correction. We dipped to a $29,000 Bitcoin and have been hovering below, getting rejected by this 200-day moving average since. And by the way, this usually signifies bull or bear market, and we don't usually dip under and stay under too long in a bull market. As of today, we got rejected again. It's still a waiting game, for me at least, although I did buy the dip a few days ago. Whether we'll pump higher before we inevitably dip lower, or the reverse, we just keep going up from here. Now, the fundamentals are still bullish, TA still bearish as of now. For me, what I'm inevitably looking for, and this is what I'm going to keep you up to date with, is one, we have to break above the 200-day moving average. We have to solidify, get some stability above it, and then also it would be nice to then retest it at a later date and then move upwards from there. Let's get to the news, because by the way, this uncertainty in the market has not stopped major players from buying even more Bitcoin. But you know what? Let's actually start with the top altcoin news for the day. The United States Space Force will officially launch an NFT line. So a branch of the armed forces is officially getting into crypto, and they have chosen the altcoin Ethernity chain. In an announcement on Monday, the United States Space Force, USSF, said it had partnered with community-oriented non-fungible token platform Ethernity chain to release digital versions of patches and coins designed for the launch of its fifth vehicle in the GPS Block 3. So this is the next inevitable step, right? Often we see commemorative coins being released or patches. Now they're adding NFTs to the lineup. The NFTs will feature the satellite's launch vehicle, spacesuits, and other iconic imagery. And what's cool about this, these NFTs on Ethernity chain, is according to them, the NFTs will be interactive augmented reality tokens, one of which will feature a 3D depiction of 27 satellites orbiting, forming the Earth in what scientists describe as a GPS constellation. So Ethernity chain will add this AR interactive component. I find that cool, and in a direct quote from the CEO, Nick Rose of Ethernity, "This is a historic opportunity for the NFT and blockchain space to push the medium forward and commemorate a moment both technologically and futuristically. We can now put this launch, as well as Neil Armstrong's historic achievements, which will be tokenized as an NFT as well, on the immutable ledger and memorialize and tokenize it on an NFT that the public can participate in." Pretty cool. This is obviously huge awareness for cryptocurrency, but also huge awareness for Ethernity chain. So if you hold EARN, you love it. Give me your thoughts down below, but let's keep moving. Next piece of pretty crazy Bitcoin news. MicroStrategy may sell $1 billion of their own stock to buy more Bitcoin. This, according to a recent filing with the SEC, and obviously the cloud software firm MicroStrategy already has most of its treasury holdings in Bitcoin, and they're looking for more cash to potentially buy more. Check this out. The cloud software company today filed paperwork with the Securities and Exchange Commission for a proposed public sale of Class A common stock via an open market sale agreement. This type of open-ended agreement allows the firm to sell stock from time to time depending on its needs. So they are making their intentions clear, and as for the reason on why they need to sell this stock, we intend to use the net proceeds from the sale of any Class A common stock offered under this prospectus for general corporate purposes, including the acquisition of Bitcoin. And it just goes to show you that no matter how much Bitcoin you actually own, you never really feel like you have enough. Now, obviously, Michael Saylor, he is a believer, he is a hodler, he understands the long-term play that is Bitcoin, but this is probably making a lot of just regular stock investors in the company a little nervous. I mean, why is the company selling their own stock to be able to buy more Bitcoin? Doesn't that just tell you, should I dump the stock? Should I buy more Bitcoin? What do you think? Give me your thoughts down below. Last thing I'll say, it is interesting in this SEC filing, in these forward-looking statements, they do outline the risk involved in taking on this much Bitcoin. The concentration of our Bitcoin holdings enhances the risk inherent in our Bitcoin acquisition strategy. Servicing our debt will require a significant amount of cash, and we may not have sufficient cash flow from our business to pay our indebtedness. So he's basically saying that this is not going to be liquid. We are hodling this, and it's not like we're planning to spend that Bitcoin anytime soon. In a final direct quote, our Bitcoin holdings are less liquid than our existing cash and cash equivalents and may not be able to serve as a source of liquidity for us to the same extent as cash and cash equivalents. Things are getting exciting for MicroStrategy. And if Bitcoin is way up a few years from now, he'll be looked at as a genius. If Bitcoin is way down in a few years from now, he'll be labeled a fool. Time will tell. Next piece of altcoin news, Kim Kardashian is hawking cryptocurrency. I'm speechless. She put this out in her Instagram story, to her over 200 million followers. Are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about Ethereum Max token. A few minutes ago, Ethereum Max burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emacs community. She did label it ad and swipe up to view their website. 200 plus million people saw this, and what's interesting is the price actually dumped big right after Kim Instagram storied this out. So somebody was dumping on the Kim Kardashian followers. This is obviously a poop coin. It offers no value other than a SafeMoon-like clone, which promises to give token holders a cut of all transactions, in this case 3%. There's a million of these clones out there. Be careful, guys. I don't want anybody to lose their money, and coins like this really prey upon investors that don't really know a lot about cryptocurrency. So just be careful. Do your own research. Next piece of major DeFi news, if you hold Aave, if you hold Synthetix, you'll like this. Switzerland Sygnum Bank gets into DeFi, and actually it's a handful of different DeFi protocols they're integrating in their bank. Switzerland Sygnum Bank is launching custody and trading across a range of decentralized finance tokens, including Aave, Argon, Curve, Maker, Synthetix, Uniswap, and 1inch Network. So very telling which DeFi protocols, cryptocurrencies like this, Switzerland's bank finds value in. Sygnum, which has also added banking services for the USDC stablecoin, plans to expand with a suite of yield-generating products for its clients, which include banks, hedge funds, asset managers, and family offices. Wow. So every single person, hedge fund or family office alike, will now have access to DeFi through these protocols. Very, very cool to see, especially if you hold any one of these altcoins. This is Switzerland's Sygnum Bank, saying this has value, and we want to be a leader in offering DeFi to our clients. Next up, huge piece of news. Tanzania's president is on record now calling for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency adoption. Let me play you a small piece of this announcement, this clip. It's obviously not in English. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but check this out.
Kwa mfano, kwa upande wa sekta ya fedha, tumeshuhudia kuibuka kwa sarafu mpya zinazotumika kwa njia ya kimtandao, yani blockchain au cryptocurrency.
Okay, the dominoes are falling, and let's translate that. What exactly did she say? We have witnessed the emergence of a new journey through the internet, Hassan said, while emphasizing that the increased impact of digital assets, including cryptocurrencies, on global finance is enormous, while noting that throughout the East African region, no country has accepted or started making moves to adopt cryptocurrency. She called on the country's central bank to be prepared for all eventualities. My call to the central bank is that you should start working on that development. The central bank should be ready for the changes and not be caught unprepared. Tanzania wants in. They're not going to let El Salvador gain this edge on them. The dominoes are falling. And hey, that is the video for today. Like always, I will see you tomorrow. It's happening, guys. News is happening, and I will keep you updated. See you tomorrow.